Hi everyone. Hi, welcome to Healthify My Life. This is HealthifyCoach Zoraida. Welcome. Today I am handling some Photinia Fraseri. It's really something that excites me like very much because this is some of the moments when you just try for the first time, and I'm just trying to share my experience. So this is the before time. I see there's some insect has been eating the leaves. There are some leaves with kind of holes, like something has been biting on them. And they're also like in some of the leaves, this one's not, but some others they have like little spots. I think this is a brown spot, and you probably need to get rid of it. So just cut the leaves and get rid of it as soon as you can. And don't put it on your compost, as far as I have known, as far as I have learned. Then I want to give it a shape that is a little bit compact. And I'm not yet there. This is first experience doing this kind of thing, and I want to try to learn this. So this is how this is looking today in May, and I wanted to see it later on, probably in let's say October, November, or even next year. But just remind me of it so I can make an update and show you what's the difference between now and when we will make the update together. Okay, I'm going to put the camera again back here. Yes. So just going to share my pruning time. Talking about things, you make some research on guiding lines, and the other thing is trying on the field itself. It's like when you go to school and you learn so many things, and if you don't do it, or if you learn a language and you don't use it, it just fades in time. So for me, reading and hearing, or trying to experience is the most amazing thing, because then you can see what you're doing right, what you're doing less well, and how you can improve. And now that we are busy with Photinia, I think it's been exponentially growing since I planted. I don't know what I put it on that dig hole, but it certainly worked very well, because it's just like the branches just came so high and so tall in such a small amount of time. It's at this moment it has the perfect height, but the problem is that I think the branches are going to be too much of weight, because they are not very well ordered, and despite I am not the most ordered person in the world, I like some kind of consistency in the way I approach things, and I needed to tackle it somehow to have a more, let's say, of a formal hedge than just leaving its course, its wild natural course. I wanted to give it a little bit more guidance. Therefore, you have probably seen before I used some bamboo sticks like a guide, so the plant can really keep a little bit of shape, like be more wide. But I also think at this stage, compactness and density can be mixed with wideness somehow. So it's an experience, and it's an experiment for me. I don't think it's a very high maintenance. As I said, I've seen some little holes therein. I've seen little black spots. These leaves here look absolutely glossy, beautiful color. you see the reflect of the sun on them. It's just amazing. It's just awesome. I should just take stairs and stay there looking at it from on the top every day because my height does not allow me to reach so high and to see it from above. But I could open the window, of course. Yeah. There are always possibilities as long as we are creative. This is evergreen, so you have, if you want a screen, if you want that beautiful screen to stay there autumn, winter, summer, spring, then it will stay there and does not really ask too much. Just give them some good fertilizer and organic, of course, preferably. Then yeah, I think they do not need to be pruned too much, but I think they can resist pruning very well. So it can be a good idea to tackle this and shape it a little bit more in the way you want it. But one of the other advantages of pruning Photinia is that you are preventing disease. So I have seen leaf spots, and leaf spot is a fungal disease. If we are going to create the pruning inside of the shrub, we are going to reduce the opportunity that any fungus creates disease in the plant. That is what is also an advantage of pruning. Of course, you always need to do your research before, because some plants can resist pruning very well and others don't. But Photinia, luckily, it resists, as far as I have seen, rather well the pruning. And always, of course, if you trim it correctly, which I'm experimenting here, it will stimulate fresh foliage, and this will give you charming, exciting colors, as the different colors, the nuances that you can see here mix with each other. It's just amazing. I wouldn't trim in the summer, neither in the winter. In the winter, it can create damage and your plant cannot recover from there. And I don't think it will look nice. Ideally, you can prune just by the starting of the autumn, when the autumn is starting, so the plant has the time to recover. And during spring, of course, it's also a possibility that you can do your trimming time. There are pros and cons of trimming. One I wanted to mention is that when you are leaving the plant totally wild without touching it, it will give you not only the colorful foliage, but it will also give you creamy flowers. With the accent on the creamy flowers. Yes. Why? Because when we are cutting and we are pruning and doing all the trimming, I think you can make a compromise. We can leave some untrimmed stems. Yes, we can do that. So they give you flower. And you can cut other stems, branches, but then know that you won't have flower from those. And the flowering normally is happening in the spring, like for instance now in May, that is the blooming time. It is very essential that you are using very sharp material and that you keep, like me, I am having on my back pocket a bottle of alcohol to disinfect the shears I'm using. It carries the effect of a good sterilization, because if we don't do that, we are going to transmit the fungus, the disease, the infection the plant has on any others of their same type, or any other plants that are also susceptible for the same kind of fungus. And also, what is best to do is to ensure that underneath, on the bottom, is not really very dense and there is not too much congestion of branches and leaves, but that is open up. That is important when you do your pruning. I think we need to find this as a very remarkable critic when you are ready to go. And of course you need to get rid of those leaves, branches that are not looking so healthy, that are miscolored, that have some spots therein. Yes. And also I've seen when I have been doing this that there are branches touching and crossing each other. So I also tackle that and I prune, because the air needs to flow and the silence needs to be given to everyone. The sun is there for everything, for everyone, and we need to allow them to have equal how can I say that, division of allowance of sunshine. So in that way we're going to be more equitative. And always think that we are, as far as it concerns for life, for trimming or something related, we are just in this together. So if this time it goes well, then we learn and then we apply this for another time. And the same applies in the case that we may have not the effect desired, then we try again. So with that said, I hope you enjoy this sharing moment together. I hope you can work on your Photinia. If you have a better result, much better ideas how to improve, then let's share that, because that's the meaning of this channel. So I wish you a great rest of your day. I hope you are doing great, and if you are not, well, remember, things are not there forever, so everything is changing. Just keep the good attitude. Believe that it's going to be better. Namaste. All the love, all the joy, always. Please subscribe to my channel, HealthifyCoach. Social media, also HealthifyCoach, Healthifymylife. See you back soon, anytime, and love to you all.